You are listening to Local Biz Now. I am Joe Vagnon. If it's Friday morning, your business matters. And we hope to inspire, inform, and entertain you. And today is no exception. We have an exceptional group of owners here, Jenn and Laith. And I'm not going to try and say your last name, Jenn. How do you pronounce your last name?
Salameh.
Salameh. And you guys are the founders and owners of J&L Natural?
J&L Naturals.
J&L Natural.
So Jenn and Laith Naturals.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. I went to your website. We don't know each other. You came to me through Julie. And actually, you're a new member of Lake Norman Chamber. We saw your spotlight on the Lake Norman Chamber Around the Lake website. We really liked it, and I wanted to get you guys here. So thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. Yeah, this is great. We love what you guys are doing, and we're excited to talk, have a little discussion.
So let's do that. Tell me exactly what J&L is all about.
Yeah, so J&L, in a broad sense, it exists to provide a better, simpler, natural, and sustainable way to shop. So we have alternatives to all kinds of zero-waste skincare products, personal care items, topicals, bath accessories, and all kinds of things. And we're trying to think outside of the box when it comes to sustainability.
Okay, so, are you guys crazy? Trying to start a business like this right after a pandemic in the middle of what might be a recession? Are you crazy? Are you
Maybe
absolutely crazy?
Maybe a little. I mean, we kind of started in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah,
but it was perfect timing because we were both working from home, and I mean, that just kind of gave us the opportunity to be together and talk more about the business. And then we started locking down wholesale orders. So that just gave us,
gave us the time that we needed to really focus on it. Under lockdown and everything was I know for a lot of businesses it hurt them, but for us it actually helped us. And we had that shift to the digital side very quickly. We're mainly online, so it was a good timing for us, and especially during COVID and all of the lockdowns, way more people were shopping online. So that helped us at least.
So how do you? Because you don't just open up a website and start making money. You got to let somebody know to go there, right?
Yeah.
So talk me through that. How did you set that up from nothing to something? How does that work?
It was quite the process.
I bet so. Really.
Yeah. And we started out on Etsy, actually, because that was already a built-up platform. And so we were like, okay, let's just try and use a platform that's built up and, has people coming to it already. So we launched on Etsy, and it kind of sat in hibernation kind of for about a year, until the pandemic actually hit and gave us the time to build it up and focus more on it. And
so that was a long year of, gosh, this isn't going to work.
Well, it was more of a hobby.
Right.
Yeah.
In
the beginning, we didn't take it seriously as a business. Jenn, to back up to, how we got started, and Jenn can tell her side of it, but she was making products for herself and for me, actually, and this was just for personal consumption. And friends and family told us, we should sell it and we should, get into it. And we always knew that we wanted to get into business, but didn't know, where to go or what to do. And so with everybody telling us that, to make our products available, that's when we decided to list them on Etsy. And to be honest, we just kind of put stuff on there and let it sit for a while and, didn't treat it like how a business should be in the beginning.
Right.
So one of the things that I like is this sample kits that you've created, right? Which is perfect for a guy like me, because I go to your website for the first time and I'm like, I got no idea. Right. And the fact that you created these sample kits make it perfect for me to order and try some of this stuff and see. How did you come up with that idea? Because I really like it.
The sets, so we had, all of our individual products, and we were looking at the analytics, kind of like, Tom was mentioning, and, seeing, and one thing that we noticed, and this was after, it was a business, and we wanted to bring up our average order value. So we thought, let's bundle things together and, and create an offering that is both affordable for people and they get to sample a lot of our things. And then from our side, it also helps us raise that average order value. So,
okay, so Jenn, it's a hobby, and then Tuesday hits, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of orders. I mean, walk me through what that was like. I'm curious.
We tried advertising, so we tried Facebook ads. Those didn't really work out the way that we thought they were going to. We did a ton of research on it and watched a bunch of videos, but all these people on YouTube I think they make more money just making the videos than actually providing results. So we tried that route.
No.
Yeah. I know, crazy, right?
Yeah, I know. But so we tried that route, and then we hired a social media manager, which actually that was really what kind of got us our following. Our social media manager managed our social media, so like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that. And she also does SEO. Basically going, when people do a search on Google,
right.
That's how they find us. Yeah. And most of our sales and sessions on our website come from Google, from the SEO.
Interesting.
Yep. Although it is, once you put the SEO on your website, it takes about 6 months to actually hit.
Oh, there's that patience.
Yeah. Patience.
Patience.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Yeah. But 4 years later or 5 years later, I mean, we're seeing that increase.
Payoff,
We've been our progress is just getting better and better.
Yeah. So let's back up. You guys didn't wake up on a Tuesday and decide I want to sell this stuff. So give me a little bit about both of your backgrounds.
So I am actually an electrical engineer. I went to college for electrical engineering.
Wow. She is full of surprises.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we came from Michigan, actually, and I was an electrical engineer up there for about 4 or 5 years. Then we decided we wanted to move out of Michigan because it was just too cold. The winter's too long. It's
I
gray.
hear that all the time.
Yeah.
That is the number one reason people move to North Carolina is weather.
Yes.
Everyone we talk to, that's it.
Yeah. And so we decided, all right, let's just do a Google search. Where's the best place to raise a family? And there was Charlotte, Raleigh, and Durham.
I couldn't do it, but I love the concept of I'm going to be an intentional person. I'm going to intentionally live the life I want to live.
Yeah.
Now let's decide where we want to go. I love that.
So we chose Charlotte, and because it's central to the mountains and it's central to the ocean. So one side you've got the mountains and one side you've got the ocean, and that's just we're very outdoorsy people. We love adventure, and we're like, this is perfect. So we basically packed our bags and started applying for jobs down here. And Laith got one, and so we're like, all right, we're going. And it was like we told our families we're moving to North Carolina, and 2 weeks later we were on the road moving down here.
They were thinking, right,
exactly.
Yeah. So that was a pretty quick transition. And shortly after we moved down here, I managed to get a job. And
she says that like it was hard, right? You know what I mean? I got a feeling you could get 10 jobs.
Yeah,
right.
I was a little picky.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, and my previous job in Michigan let me work for them for about a month while we were down here. So that was not bad. Mm-hmm. And so then we worked down here for about a year, and we were like, this just... By the way, right before we left is when we launched all of our products on Etsy. So it wasn't, it was all in the same time. So that year we worked, and then I was kind of getting fed up with my job. And so I'm like, all right, we got to make this business work. And so that's when I started transitioning more into the
be honest.
business.
Was it a job or the boss?
Well, I mean, is
Both.
it? Yeah, I mean, is it ever
She's
just
too
the
nice to
job?
answer that, Tom. You understand?
People don't leave jobs; they leave bad bosses.
That's exactly
that's
right.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, we basically said, like, we do not want to be working for the rest of our life. We just got married, and we wanted to start our family. And so we're like, we don't want to be working full-time jobs when we're raising kids and stuff. So we really pushed for the business to start getting up and running. Yeah. And that's kind of how we turned it into a business rather than just a hobby.
Right. That is great. Yeah. That is excellent. She did a good job, Laith, but if you want to add anything to that.
Yeah, I mean, I can. My background, I can tell you, I have an undergrad in marketing and then an MBA in finance and global supply chain management. So
this stuff is up your alley. I mean,
a little bit.
You've been thinking of something like this for a while.
I've been scheming.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and to add, with the business side of it, when there was kind of in my mind that one defining moment when it did turn into the full blown out business, and that was when so Jenn mentioned we were on Etsy and it started doing well, and we were getting orders, and it was nothing crazy, it was nothing that we can just retire on like that, but we were on Etsy and it started doing well. That's when we decided to build out our website. Okay, we built out our website, and it started doing okay too. I mean, the traffic it's tough to just get traffic organically, which the majority of what we are right now is organic. But during that time when Jenn left her job, we started doing just outreach and trying to get into the wholesale realm and wholesale side of things. And so I just started reaching out to different companies and different subscription boxes that kind of put together a bunch of different products, and they have a base already of thousands of people that are going to get their box with whatever products are in it. And so I was just reaching out to a lot of people, and we got our first customer. One company just said, "Oh, we like this product. We'll buy 5,000 of them." And so that was kind of like an oh crap moment. What do we do? And
hey Jenn, we got stuff to do.
Yeah, exactly. So before we had even maybe sold 100 of this was one of our newer products. We sold 5,000.
Right. And
so we had to figure out in a hurry how do we fill that, and how do we get that fulfilled. So that was the moment I feel like it really turned into a business, and since that we've been able to scale up that wholesale side of the business, which has been able to help us.
So Jenn, I'm curious, how do you decide what to add to your website, right? Because there's so many things, and I didn't know what to expect when I went to the website, and my first thought was this is like a Bed Bath and Beyond, and then I realized no, it's not exactly like that, right? It is very boutique-ish and unique. Talk about the products themselves.
So I guess how products come about is either necessity for us or demand from our customers or wholesale clients. Yeah. So some of our like good partnerships with subscription boxes will want a particular product, and we will just fast track the R&D for that. And
Laith said, "Don't say no. Just figure out a way to do it."
Exactly. Never say no.
Basically, what it is. Yeah. And I'm stuck in the warehouse, just like scrambling. What do I do?
Yeah. So that happened to us for one of our newest products. So we carry an aluminum-free deodorant, which is completely natural. All of our products follow to what is called the J&L difference, what we call it. So everything is natural, sustainable, vegan, cruelty-free. Along with a plethora of other things, no preservatives, no parabens, very, very natural and very healthy. And we have, a deodorant recipe that Jenn had made actually for me, and that's a different story. But we had a customer just reach out to us and say,
"Tom, that's not the only time a wife has said you stink."
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. She's going to do something about it.
I might have, It wasn't for that reason, but that does help.
The other thing I was thinking about is how much I love the fact that you guys do your stuff cruelty-free, because I know this show is not cruelty-free, because the first time I was supposed to be on this show, I fell and got hurt on the morning of the show.
Cruel and
And
unusual.
I don't believe him.
Joe turned me on the air into a Waffle House breakfast, scattered, splattered, smothered, and covered for not showing up.
Laith, I'm still
There's
waiting
different
for his
levels of
doctor's
cruel.
note. Okay, I might not be the
that's funny.
sensitive kind, okay?
Julie had to yell at him.
So I'm curious, Laith, walk me through this concept in your mind, right? Of you know where you are today and you know where you'd like to be, right? Because there's business people out there that they've made it through the startup, right? And now they're in this challenge of how do I create revenue and then profit? Give me your thought on that, right? Like, because I can tell you're sort of a 1, 2, 3 ABC kind of guy. Walk me through your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things. It's always a challenge, especially with a products-based business. I mean, you have to worry about inventory, and you have to worry about your cash flow and, your operating margin, everything. From our side, there's a few routes that we're trying to take, and my philosophy is to create different streams of income within our business. So we have, private label, we have wholesale, we have direct-to-consumer, we have, a lot of these different routes that we're trying to build up all simultaneously, which creates a lot of different challenges and issues as well. But really just kind of being patient and sticking to our guns, like Tom was mentioning, it doesn't happen overnight, and we know that. And everything is a process. So trying to just, listen to our customers, get feedback, and just continuously improve and offer very creative.
Jenn and Laith, thank you so much, J&L. Give me your website real quick.
www.jnlnaturals.com.
Thank you so much. You are listening to Local Biz Now. If it's Friday morning, we are edumacating you on something good and healthy. Or Tom. See you next week.
Cool.